afternoon. I'm Joe Delano, President of the Lamar University Foundation, and I welcome all of you for being here tonight. Gee whiz. Been a long day. Being here today. Thank you very much for being here. On behalf of the foundation, I welcome you to the Julie and Ben Rogers Community Service Award ceremony. First, I would like to recognize a few of our attendees. And first and foremost is Regina Rogers. Regina, daughter of Julie and Ben Rogers, who will present our awards today. Dr. James Marquardt, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs at Lamar. Dr. Paul Zuch, President of Lamar Institute of Technology. Okay. And Dr. Mike Shahan, President of Lamar State College at Orange. Dr. Betty Renard, President of Lamar State College, Port Arthur. Before we recognize our recipients, though, I would like to share a little story about this award. The Lamar University Foundation manages an endowment which provides for the Julie and Ben Rogers Community Service Award every year. The endowment was established back in 1979 with a generous gift of $15,000 from Julie and Ben Rogers. The original purpose was to acknowledge and to provide a $1,000 cash award to a member of the Lamar University faculty or staff who made a significant contribution to community service in Southeast Texas. Under the stewardship of Lamar University Foundation, the endowment for the Julie and Ben Rogers Community Service Award has increased considerably. Due to this growth and the continued support from the Rogers family, the endowment now provides cash rewards of $1,000 to a faculty or a staff member from each of the 4 regional campuses: Lamar University, Lamar State College, Port Arthur, Lamar Institute of Technology, and Lamar State College in Orange. Since 1980, over 77 awards have been given out, and today we'll bring that count to 81, which means $81,000 has been awarded over the years thanks to Julie and Ben Rogers. It was the Rogers' hope that as a result of this award, additional recognition would be given to those who continue to volunteer their time, talents, and services for the benefit of our communities, and that others would be encouraged to become volunteers as well. We're so pleased that you have joined us today as we honor the memory of Julie and Ben Rogers, who gave so much to our communities during their lifetimes, and to recognize 4 higher education employees who are following their lead. We are particularly pleased to have Regina here today to present these awards. Dr. Renard, would you please come forward and introduce your recipient?
Good afternoon. I am delighted to be here this afternoon to present the Julie and Ben Rogers Community Service Award to a Lamar State College Port Arthur employee. However, before I do that, I must pause for a minute and echo Joe's thanks to Regina for the support of this award. It is very meaningful to the individuals that receive it and very much appreciated by the college campuses. This year, Lamar State College Port Arthur would like to recognize Amanda Smith as the recipient of the Julie and Ben Rogers Community Service Award. Amanda is currently serving as the director of the cosmetology program at Lamar State College Port Arthur, and she's been in that particular program for 13 years. So the college and Amanda go back a long way. 13 years and lots of activities that she has participated in over the years. I'd like to call your attention to just some of them because, my goodness, 13 years can go on for a long time up here. So I'm just going to mention a few of the ones that she has included in her information. Amanda is very active in all of the events sponsored by the American Cancer Society. So on campus, when we have a Relay for Life activity, Amanda is there. She has also donated items to the American Cancer Society that can be auctioned and sold, and the benefits and proceeds go to the American Cancer Society. She's also a registered bone marrow donor for the American Cancer Society. So she's very active in that group and continues to be, and every time we have an event on campus with the American Cancer Society, I know I'm going to see Amanda's face there. She has also worked considerably with high school students. She has served as a judge in the Skills USA competition at the Taylor Career Center. She is also a mentor to a gifted and talented student in, I believe it's Nederland, I think. She has also worked and volunteered her time at Nederland High School to help the students when they go through the process to learn how to participate in interviews. So she's done that also. But she's very active with her own students in the cosmetology program. And there are quite a few events that they have during the course of the year that she organizes, gets students excited about, and encourages them to participate. One of those is called the Be a Match Registry. So she invites an individual from the Be a Match program to come and talk to the cosmetology students to encourage them to become bone marrow donors and to also participate in events for the American Cancer Society. She has also worked in the Cut It Out program to help cosmetologists identify abuse in their clients or customers and direct them to organizations that can help them. She has also participated and accompanied students to the Nederland High School Back to School Cut-a-thon, where they provide free services to the community. Again, she has also accompanied students to the Port Arthur Community Retirement Center, to the Oak Grove Nursing Home, where she provides services to the clients there. And of course, she does this a lot during the holiday season, so she shows up at Christmas time and Easter and always arrives with a lot of gifts for the clients that live there. So she's very active in her community. Personally, she also serves the Baptist Student Ministry and helps organize monthly services and luncheons that are held on campus. She also has participated and donated to the Southeast Texas Food Bank and donated somewhere between 600 and 1,000 cans for the Thanksgiving food drive. She's also donated clothing, blankets, baby items, all sorts of things to the United Board of Missions. She also has a relationship with the Kiwanis Club, and she donates her time and gifts to the Kiwanis Club. So we're very proud to have Amanda here with us this afternoon, and I know she has family members with her also. So we would very much like you to meet Amanda Smith.
Next is Dr. McCourt on behalf of Lamar University.
Hey, thank you, Joe. Dr. Evans asked me to stand in for him today, and I asked him, well, you know, why? And not that I have a choice or anything like that. But, it was to introduce the next person who is recipient of this service award, this Dr. Kumar, and I said absolutely, it's a complete no-brainer, and I'm I'm thrilled to be here to do that and to do that for him and to represent Lamar University. So Lamar University's 2015 Julie and Ben Rogers Community Service Award recipient is Dr. Kumar Das, right over here. He's an associate professor of mathematics, and he is also the director of the Office of Undergraduate Research. Before summarizing Dr. Das's service accomplishments, in summarizing that, he has a deep and strong thanks go to Regina Rogers. Thank you. And appreciation must also be expressed for the lovely gift recognizing service given in the memory of her parents, Julie and Ben Rogers. Though I was not fortunate enough to meet them, angels of hope, they are angels of hope, optimism, and have provided an opportunity for many in our community. So thank you very much to Regina. Let me tell you something about Dr. Das. It's absolutely amazing, and I really have to wonder, when do you find time to do other things in your life? And I think that's really what the whole issue is with service like the previous recipient. So congratulations to you. Dr. Das's service record is nothing short of amazing. He is one of our finest young faculty members on campus. He's an impressive classroom instructor, a prolific scholar, a strong mentor, and yet he finds time to give of himself back to the community. Let me mention just a few of his service accomplishments. He's the den leader for the Boy Scouts of America PAC 221. And in that role, he has volunteered for the Pinewood Derby. And an aside here, we just moved here in July, and one of the boxes that we unpacked, I found my original Pinewood Derby, which was probably petrified wood by now. I'd be willing to race you at any time. He takes scouts to the Terrell Historical Library and the Babe Zaharias Museum. He's delivered presentations on financial responsibility and on. The usual rigors of scouting. And by investing himself in scouting, he has invested in the children of Southeast Texas. He also is a member of the Art Museum of Southeast Texas, and has participated in many of the museum's activities, including Arts Day and various fundraising activities. He's an active member of the India Association of Southeast Texas, and in this capacity, he has assisted with the Cancer Walk, the Gusher Marathon, community health fairs, charity dances, and many sporting events and tournaments. Much of Dr. Das's service has been directed at youth educational programs. And here are a few examples of that. He established and directs the free Lamar Mathematics Clinic for K-12 students from throughout Southeast Texas. Every Thursday evening at the Miller Library, Dr. Das and his volunteers serve as math tutors. Routinely, 30 to 35 students attend every Wednesday, and for his efforts, Dr. Das and the clinic recently were awarded the Beaumont Independent School District's Champion Award, so that's an excellent accomplishment. In addition, he recently addressed students and parents at BISD's Splash Water event, serves as a junior achievement volunteer, and regularly enters area schools to speak to students about personal finances, and he provides a little math tutorial assistance as well. He has partnered with All Saints Episcopal School to establish an open reading lounge on their campus with the goal of matching interests and with appropriate and engaging materials. And I met your counterpart on that the other day, so very nice. He has organized and joined students in trash off days and to promote green issues on campus. He collaborated with others at Lamar University to secure funding and support for the Ascent program. That's addressing the Gulf Coast region's graduation rate crisis. This National Science Foundation supported effort provides academic counseling, tutorials, mentoring, and financial support for minority and financially disadvantaged youth in our region. Dr. Das's service achievements also are prominent on this campus as well, and a couple of illustrations. He is the faculty advisor to the Math Club and has used members to assist with math tutoring. He formed the Bangladesh Student Association and built it to an award-winning status. The association hosts numerous social and cultural activities and was responsible for securing Lamar's shuttle service to greet new international students and transport them in and around the Southeast Texas region. Even more importantly, he and his family personally host Bangladeshi students at their home until suitable housing can be located. And that's no small investment, so thank you. Finally, and I would be remiss if I didn't mention it, Dr. Das serves Lamar in his profession in a variety of service roles. For example, he directs the undergraduate research efforts at Lamar, and he has built this strategic area into a point of absolute pride for Lamar University. It is a showcase for us. Today, scores of undergraduate participants in faculty-led research and creative activities. This experience is regarded as a best practice among leading universities and deeply engages students in the activities of scholarship. It reviews proposals and manuscripts for leading journals and agencies, including the prestigious National Science Foundation and the Center for Undergraduate Research in Mathematics. He serves on a variety of university committees and councils and does so with a smile. And on a personal side, I came in July, and one of the first people I met on campus to welcome me to the campus and the community was Dr. Das, and it's just no small appreciation for your kindness and your graciousness in doing that, making me feel like I'm welcome. So thank you. And in summary, Dr. Das, I believe, is the sort of person Julie and Ben Rogers had in mind when this award was established, someone who believes in service over self. So congratulations, Kumar. We're very proud of you. And again, thank you, Regina, for the support. I think the best part about it is we have the family, and I'm sure his mathematically gifted children. Come on.
You want to have the award? Have the award?
Sure.
Sure. Right here.
Very good. All right, guys, we're going to 2, 3. So, back straight. 6, 9. 9. Thank you so much.
And the family, come on.
Oh, here she wants one more down. Is it
Come
okay?
on. Let's do the family.
Okay, yes, I'm right.
Let's get us in there. All right, guys, each a minute. Right up here. Right up here. Good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Marquardt. I'm deeply honored to be here today. I'm excited, and as you can tell, I'm kind of nervous too. Thank you for being with me. I want to thank few people for this extraordinary moment. I want to thank the Rogers family for your generosity. I want to thank the Ben and Julie Rogers Award Committee led by Dr. Ken Smith. My special thanks to go to our President, Dr. Kenneth Evans, our Provost, Dr. Marquardt, my Dean, Dr. Brenda Nichols. She's not here today. My chair, Dr. Mary Wilkinson, in the math department. As you know that, as Dr. Marquardt said, we host a free math clinic for K through 12 students in a local library, our similar library. And that happens in this year every Thursday from 6 to 7 p.m. The branch manager, Ms. Kunu Choi, is here today. I thank you, Ms. Choi, and your staff for hosting the clinic. That is one of the extraordinary events I have done in my life. Every Thursday, 6 to 7 p.m., even though I'm tired, I'm the most inspired person in the world, maybe. I get help from my volunteers from all over the Southeast Texas. It comes from all over the spectrum. They are my math students, they are our honors students, my colleagues, housewives around the Tech, Beaumont, and surrounding area. I get students from K through 12 students from different high schools. They work as my volunteer too. And of course, I got professionals who work as an engineer, as doctor. I really value the peer tutoring. And in that, I want to thank my wife also, my kids, my niece. They work as volunteer every week I talk about the peer tutoring because I really mean it. That's why I bring my fifth grader son to be there to tutor other kids. The peer tutoring is really inspired me because in order to sustain a program, you want to develop something like this. I think that peer tutoring where the older kids will be teaching the younger kids has to be developed. I know that as far as the content, they will not learn a lot, but they will learn the social responsibility. They will learn the comprehension process. Again, as I said, I'm deeply honored. But what we're doing today is just the tip of the iceberg. We have a lot to do. When I look at the kids, I can tell you they need us. They need us badly. We have to stimulate their thinking for the math and sciences. And with that, if you have an hour of your week, please join me to have this math clinic every Thursday from 6 to 7 p.m. Thank you so much.
Is 1 and 1 still 3? Good afternoon. My name is Paul Such, and I have the honor to serve as president at Lamar Institute of Technology. Regina, a decade of being here to present our nominee in recognition of your family. I know, clear seal and everything. But this is the last time I get to do this. And I want to thank you for 10 years of excellent rewards to our faculty and staff for what they do beyond their full-time job in classrooms. So we appreciate as an institution, your family, your commitment, and your passion. Lauri Arnold, Program Director for our computer networking programs at Lamar Institute of Technology. I will be tactful and not tell you how long she's been there because she was there when I got there. But she's been there a long time doing a great job. And we're not here to talk about perhaps her teaching excellence, which is a given, but we're here to talk about other things for which this award is identified. Community service, let's talk a little bit about that. Relay for Life, we've already heard about that already. She was involved in that for a long time. However, LIT did not have a team, we just had individuals going out there participating, and she said, we need a team. And so she started a team. LIT Up for a Cure. And the first year as a team captain, we were picked as the Pipsqueak Award for what we raised, which is an honor. And then, since then, they've doubled their award recipient dollars and cents coming in for their participation in that. And we're very grateful. In addition, she also started a photo booth the night of the event as well to recognize those who are participating. Habitat for Humanity. I didn't know that until I started getting accolades and anecdotes about her. Several build projects during the last 5 years as part of the Apostles' Build. She's helped with the initial framing of houses, including standing up the very first wall. And I understand they're still standing. She's also been a very large contributor to their Habitat Restore with materials and projects, as well as raising funds for their benefit. The Jefferson County Bar Association, with the Spindletop Spin Bicycle Race, raising funds for the charitable contributions that association participates in within our community. To religious groups, as a member of Wesley United Methodist Church, I have seen her as the Ringo Starr in the contemporary band on Sundays, working in the praise band for several years. Again, I did not know about her musical talents. She served as the Director of Recreation of the Summit Music Camps for multiple years, volunteered at Vacation Bible School in numerous positions, a day school assistant in art classes, musician performing in many times for activities, and also she's a good old hand in cleaning up things. In terms of educational groups, she's very engaged with Vista Academy. Her family's involved with Vista Academy for several years, reading to classes, providing music for students, helping with numerous other related class activities in which they need volunteers. The big end of the year party for first graders, something probably many of us would shy away from. designing and setting up games for everybody, including photo booths at their field day in which the entire population of the community and school participated. Goodwill Industries, many years donating computer equipment, building computers from parts that friends had donated, and donating those to individuals who need them through the Goodwill activities. For 4 years, she participated in the Gusher Marathon, and she again decided LIT needed to get involved, and she said, we need to have a watering tent. And for several years now, LIT has been providing water for all those who are gushing around Lamar University and elsewhere. In terms of presentations in community and organizations, always asked to speak in terms of topics related to computers, to networks, to security and so forth for our business community. Regular speaker at the Beaumont Computer Club. She has also been very involved in the High School Skills USA competition, which you've heard others address from Port Arthur, which we host on our campus for the Computer Network for the last 5 years. She was asked to develop the contest used for telecommunication wiring for that organization. She was serving as a judge for the Lufkin High School inaugural robotics team and was later asked to come back and please be their advisor. I asked for folks to please give me some personal anecdotal things that I could share. And one of the faculty members shared with me she is a true public servant, having dedicated so many facets of her life to helping others. As an educator, she has constantly over years exhibited a high level of commitment to her students through outstanding teaching and mentoring, again, following in your wishes. Another individual says, Lauri has always displayed a high degree of intensity, integrity, responsibility, and ambition. She is a leader that takes pride in her community and the events in which she participates. And they talk more about the Relay for Life and the Cure. With all that said, those are just attributes. So I sat down with Lauri and I said, okay, fine, but why do you do all this stuff? What's the reason? I'm going to share that with you. I do what I do because I believe we're put here on this earth to help each other. Even a person that has very little has something to give someone else. Put the tears away, please. You're going to make me cry. I've been very blessed in my life, and I'm surrounded by lots of people who love me. I have a great support group that I know I can count on, and I would like to provide a place of support for others. Specifically related to Relay for Life, my family's been touched by cancer several times. My kids were 3 years old when they learned the word cancer. We lost my stepfather to cancer 4 years ago. I want to work to help create a world, where cancer doesn't take away child's grandparents. This is tough, Lauri. I want to grow up in a world where we help each other. A world where we consider how our actions impact those around us. My children go with me to these events. I do what I do for them and the other children in the world. I do what I do because 1 Timothy 6:18 says, instruct them to do good, to be rich in good works, to be generous, and ready to serve. Lauri Arnold. She didn't give me a Christmas list, I could have read that.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Mike Shahan, president of Lamar State College Orange, and it's my pleasure to barely be here this afternoon, but I made it. Regina, one of the problems being the last presenter is I have to come up with superlatives that haven't already been used about the Rogers Award. Well, I'm not going to try to do that, but I do
They're saying that, believe me.
You know, knowing how much your parents cared about this community and how much they wanted to do what they could to improve it. This award is really great because it recognizes people. They go out for no desire to really be recognized, but just because they want to help and try to make it better for all the rest of us. So they couldn't have any better legacy, and we appreciate that. Now, I'll tell you a secret. Every year on campus, we go through this mystical process of selecting the Rogers Award winner, which involves soliciting nominations, and then I get a group together and we go through the nominations and determine the winner. When we did this last spring, there was one individual that stood head and shoulders above everybody else. It was clearly the person to be selected for the award. There was only one glitch. This individual had won the award before. And to my knowledge, we've never had a two-time Rogers Award winner. So I wrestled with this dilemma, but in the end, I decided that the only thing to do was the right thing and to recognize somebody that has an extraordinary record of serving the Orange community and the Orange County community. And with that, I want to recognize our award winner, Mr. Butch Campbell. Wave or something. I can't remember, how long have you worked for us? 40 years. Okay, this is his 40th year at Lamar State College, Orange. So he knows where all of the skeletons are buried. He has done everything I think an individual can do on campus. He started out as a member of the faculty teaching phys ed. He's had a number of positions along the way. He's currently our director of campus security. But he literally will do anything you ask him to do. He's always willing to give his time to help Lamar State College Orange. I think you've served on every committee we have, served on committees I didn't know we had. Great repository of he can remember things better than I can, so a great repository of knowledge. But you need to know a little bit about Butch, the individual. He is the eternal optimist. He always finds something good in whatever situation it is, which is a good counterbalance to me. But he always expects the very best out of people. And he's willing to do anything he can to help people that need a helping hand along the way. I've tried to bait him into negative comments on people, he won't bite. I can't get him to do that. He's the first one on campus to congratulate somebody for a job well done. If somebody's having a tough time, he's the first one to give them a word of encouragement. He's always willing to step out and help. But in the community, Butch won the award in the year 2000. Over the last 15 years, he has been involved virtually in every fundraising activity in the Orange County community in one fashion or another. His real love is the Lions Club. He has served as a board member, as president of the Lions Club, chair of their annual charity carnival. This year, despite having a little knee surgery, he hobbled over there on one leg and put the rides together and stayed out there for 2 weeks working the carnival just to help raise money so that the club could help those that need help. He's the first one to volunteer to give out Thanksgiving baskets, Christmas baskets. He has cooked barbecue and or gumbo for every organization that I know of in Orange County. Every summer there's a event called Cops and Kids for disadvantaged kids where they get to meet the police officers and hopefully build some rapport. Butch is the hot dog cook. And for some mystical way, they pick the hottest day of the year to go stand in the sun and cook 2,000 hot dogs year after year after year. He's been Santa Claus more times than I can count. In fact, if you notice, he's starting to take on Santa's physique. He managed to do things like get me in a dunking booth. I think he got me in a pie in the face contest once. You've never done it twice, but you got me in that. He rings the bell for the Salvation Army. The great thing about Butch is he doesn't care whether he's the chair of an event or just another volunteer worker. We've had the Bass Masters fishing tournament in Orange 2 times. Butch is out there swinging a hammer, putting fence posts in the ground so that they can rope off the area where the tournament takes place. He'll also be chair of the committee, put the whole thing together. He chaired the March of Dimes event, Orange County United Way. I've got a whole folder full of slips of paper of things he's done, but suffice it to say, he's a great gentleman. I'm proud that I've been able to work with him for 21 years now. I think he's a great representative of the spirit that this award was created for. So I give you Butch Campbell. There you go.
All right, guys, nice and low, so we're here, 2, 3, smile. One more shot, please. 1, 2, 3. Well, they're making all the noise are my grandchildren. I was just in the restroom and I realized in 2000 I was really worried about what I was going to say. Today I had my 3-year-old grandchild with me. I'm worried about him zipping up his pants and washing his hands. My priorities have definitely changed. My family, come on up. One more picture, please. This is my son Brett, my daughter Abby, the 2 grandchildren. This is Corbin, who's 3. This one's real name is Parker. His granddad calls him Blue for no apparent reason. Come on, Parker. Come here, bud. I got it right up here. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you all so much.
Yes, you didn't have an opportunity to do that. I have my mother, my daughter, my sister, and my niece. Oh, where's your niece? Where's your brother? My sister. Oh, appreciate that. My niece. My sister's one of the babies.
I got this one. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you. Thank you. Your family's here.
Yeah, I think this half of the room is mine.
It's all come up there?
Yeah, y'all come on, everybody
How
come
many
on.
members of the family do you
I have my mother and my wife and my kids, and where's my mother-in-law and my father-in-law? Y'all have to claim me too, sorry.
So sweet.
Looking right up here. A little deja vu. Right? 2, 3. Again, big smile. Thanks, guys.
Thank you all so much for being here today and for your kind words, all of you. I am very touched. This is always something very special and enjoyable for me. And today was extraordinary. Each one of you is unbelievable, really. You're amazing people. Reading about you and having an opportunity to learn about you by reading your the recommendation letters and all the activities in which you've been involved, I knew, having read those summaries, that you all are very accomplished, talented, dedicated, and unusual people. But having you all talk about them today made me appreciate them even more. I heard a speaker 2 days ago named David Brooks. I don't know if you know who he is, but he's a New York Times commentator. He's written a book, and did you ever have an opportunity to hear him? It's very impressive, but he talked about individuals and their character, and he talked about virtues that are resume virtues and eulogy virtues. And he compared the two, and resume virtues, of course, are a number of the things that were mentioned here and the activities in which people are involved. But the real virtues are the eulogy virtues that people talk about when someone is passed on. And they really relate to a person's character and what that individual has been about and the joy that that person has brought to others. And there's no doubt that you all really epitomize the eulogy virtues. Of course, we hope that you'll be around for many, many more years. So I don't even like to use that word, but every time I come here, I think about Maurice Swartz, who is an amazing man as well, and whose story was written by a gentleman named Mitch Albom, who I had the pleasure of bringing to Beaumont some years ago. And he wrote the book Tuesdays with Maury. And if you haven't read it, you need to read it. And you need to give it to a lot of people, because it's really the key to what life is all about. And that is, the way to get meaning into your life is 3 simple principles, just 3, so simple. Devote yourself to loving others, devote yourself to your community around you, and devote yourself to creating something that gives you purpose and meaning. All of you represent that philosophy, and it is obvious that you have not only brought great joy to everyone around you, but you have enhanced your lives considerably by doing what you've done. And I am so grateful that I have this opportunity to congratulate you as well. This is something very special and meaningful for me. I had to be in Houston at 11:30 today, and I have to go back to be there at 6, but it was important that I be here, and I know that my parents would be very, very proud, because it is so true. Each of you, those of you who knew them, it was really about what your insides were all about. It was not about the exterior. It was really more about the virtues. And having said that, I have to tell you all, I'm very embarrassed about the elevators, which you all know about. But I've been in them now twice, Kevin. We're going to get that changed. But Johnny Wants to Enter is a wonderful friend of mine, and I offered to help provide those elevators, but I didn't know my name was going to be out there in this gigantic font, you know, that looks like when you get in there that it's an advertisement. So and I was thinking about my parents who would be laughing and telling me, don't worry about it, because whenever there was anything in a newspaper, they'd say, today's news, tomorrow's fish wrappings, right? But this has definitely been here for like weeks now, and I think it's going to be here all year, so we can't use that philosophy. But again, my deep appreciation. And where is Andrea Davis? I don't see her. Is she in this room? Where are you, Andrea? Would you please stand? Actually, you need to come up here. Andrea is responsible for all the details. She's made this the enjoyable program that it is, and you did it last year without even being here. So I want to tell you how much I appreciate you and the tremendous effort you put forward and the meticulous attention to detail. You're a wonderful lady, and very grateful.
Well, I think we've thanked everybody, but I want to one more time thank Regina, You know, I know your parents are up there together, probably looking down and smiling toward you for carrying on the legacy that they have left behind. It's great to have truly an angel among us here to be carrying on that particular legacy. Okay. I want to ask previous award recipients, we do have, I think, some, and we want to recognize you. Anyone who is a previous award winner, would you please stand for us, please? That was really fantastic. I'm going to ask also for some more pictures. I know you have to leave again, but for you, for the presidents, the current recipients, and the past recipients, and get a nice little crowd to gather together for a photo at the conclusion. And at this point, I'm going to thank all of you on behalf of Lamar and the other of the campus deans, presidents for being here and for coming. And we are going to adjourn. There are some refreshments outside, so please hang around and enjoy the refreshments and camaraderie. Thank you so much.